Today I want to talk to you about dealing with guilt. When guilt, it just won't let go. It's quietly robbing you of life and influence. There's something perhaps in your past that still owns much of your present. It's costing you sleep, it's costing you peace, it's costing you emotional strength. And the real battle, it's not with whether or not God forgives you. You know, the real battle is whether or not you're ready and willing to stop punishing yourself. Really, is it possible to stop punishing yourself? It is. Let me show you how. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how you can break free from the emotional pain of your worst failure and stop letting it define you. My name's Craig Walker. I help men win over shame and self-doubt so that they can become the husbands, fathers, and leaders that God created them to be. Recently, I had an experience with a professional horse trainer that's going to be very helpful for you today. I asked this trainer, coach of mine, to help me train my own horse. And the first thing he wanted to know was, well, what do you want me to teach you? So I said, I want to develop feel. Everyone says that great training is more about feel than it is technique. And then I confessed something honest and said, I've heard that for years. I've watched a dozen videos, dozens of videos actually. I understand technique. I still don't know what I'm supposed to feel. So he said, well, ride out there and show me what you know. So I did. He watched for a few minutes. He came alongside, gave me some simple pointers, but then he did something special. He climbed on his own horse and said, watch this. When he was done, he said, let me see you do it again. So I rode out. He coached me from right there beside me. And within minutes, something clicked. I finally felt it. His instruction helped me. But listen, nothing helped me like watching him do it. That's exactly what we're going to do today. Today, we're talking about dealing with guilt, deep guilt, guilt that's robbing you of the life and influence that God created you to have. I'm guessing, though, that you already know that you should receive his forgiveness. You should stop letting your past define you. You've been taught how. You know the theology of forgiveness. And yet sometimes guilt, it still gets the best of you. So I'm not going to waste your time explaining forgiveness today. That's a great subject. That's just not what you need. I want to show you how to receive his forgiveness. Because seeing it lived out will do more for you than 1,000 sermons ever could. Okay? You ready? Ride out with me for a moment, if you will, into the life of King David. Let's learn how to deal with deep guilt. Now, David is an amazing man. He's the GOAT when it comes to Israel's kings. But David wasn't without his flaws, was he? 1 Samuel chapter 11, it's one of those made-for-movies stories of David's Hall of Shame failures. Yeah, this is the chapter that details his fall into adultery with Bathsheba. It's David's attempt to hide his sin by actually murdering her husband Uriah. But as the scriptures tell us, you can't hide your sin. You can be sure of this, your sin will find you out, Numbers 32:23. God sends the prophet Nathan to confront David with this story, and David finally knows he's caught. He sees the depth of his sin. He finally comes clean. He confesses, Psalm 51, have mercy on me, O God, because of your unfailing love, because of your great compassion. Blot out the stain of my sin. Wash me clean from my guilt. Purify me from my sin. For I recognize my rebellion. It haunts me day and night. What about the feeling of guilt? That David's confession, I recognize my rebellion. It haunts me day and night. Let me talk you through this story, what we've learned about guilt. First, your guilt. It could be an affair. It could be you talked or bullied a girl, a wife, into an abortion. You injured someone, even killed someone. You got drunk. You said some things that hurt those you love deeply. You walked out on those you love. Gosh, the pain of your past, you know what it is. It's killing you. Can you ever be free from this? I want you to see how David handled his guilt, okay? Months later, the child who was conceived from this adulterous relationship was born. Now, God forgave David for his sin, but he disciplined David for his sin. He told David, the child that's conceived from this relationship will die. David sees the child is dying this slow death after he's born. David stops eating, he stops drinking, he won't even bathe. He prays, he weeps, he fasts before the Lord, begging God for mercy. David's in such anguish that when the child dies, David's servants thinks that he might harm himself, and they're afraid to tell David. David sees the servants whispering. He goes over and he asks, is the child dead? And they said, yes, he is. Watch this. David got up, bathed himself, put on fresh clothing, and went in and comforted Bathsheba. The servants see what happened. They're astounded. They say, we don't get it. I'm paraphrasing. When the child was dying, it looked like you would die if the child did. And David said, well, and I'm paraphrasing, so you guys misunderstood. I wasn't fasting, weeping out of guilt. I thought as long as the child was alive, there's still hope that God could be merciful. He wasn't. He said, no. He took the child's life. The child isn't coming back to me. I've got to go on and live. Men, that's how you deal with guilt. Now, let me see you do it, okay? Let me walk you through 4 steps of dealing with guilt, like my coach did for me after I saw it, and will help you do it. Number 1, confess your failure. Then David confessed to Nathan, I have sinned against the Lord. See Psalm 51 for a full explanation, a full picture of David's confession. Don't hold back. Don't hide any part. Take full responsibility, ownership of your failure. Plead with God for restoration. You'll get it. 2, accept his forgiveness. When David confessed, Nathan replied, yes, the Lord has forgiven you. That's just a fact. Now that the Lord has forgiven you, let the Lord restore your joy. You've got to give yourself permission to be happy again, to laugh, to play. It's okay. And this is when your life, your joy, and influence is restored. 3, accept the consequences. This is critical. Don't miss this. Nathan told David, the Lord has forgiven you. Nevertheless, you have shown utter contempt for the word of the Lord by doing this thing, and your child will die. 2 Samuel 12, 13, and 14. When you begin to experience or to feel the consequences for your failure, and there will be consequences, she may never forgive you. The person who died is not coming back. That injured person will have to live with that injury. That one that you hurt with those words, they can never unhear them. You can never take them back. Don't confuse when you feel and see what's happening, the consequences of your action with God's discipline, and God's discipline with unforgiveness. The devil will lie to you. He will tell you, see, there's no forgiveness for you. You blew it. It's over. You're done. When you begin to seal and to feel the consequences, hearing that condemning voice, pray for God's mercy, and by faith, accept it, even when you experience the consequences. David prayed, he fasted, he wept while the child was still alive, but when the Lord took the child, he got up, washed his face, put on clean clothes, and he comforted Bathsheba. Receive his forgiveness. Walk in the consequences. Accept them. The best way to know that you're walking in forgiveness is that your past is no longer robbing you of the joy and the influence in your present. Don't miss this. David comforted Bathsheba. Number 4, critical. This is critical. Cling to the truth. What's the truth? If you confess your sin, he is faithful and righteous to forgive your sin and to cleanse you from all unrighteousness. 1 John 1:9. I know the enemy's going to try to deceive you. Romans 8:1. There is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. You are in Christ Jesus. Friend, becoming grounded in your identity of who you are in Christ, it's your hope for dealing with guilt. If you've not won that battle yet, don't let anything stand in your way. Get help. Get God's help. Get it from me. Get it from someone, but get free. Because imagine the difference it'll make in your life when you stop letting your past define you and you walk squarely in God's forgiveness in your identity in Christ. Your wife, your children, your extended family, your friends, those in your workplace, they need you to show up with all the joy and all the influence that God created you to enjoy. Well, I hope this talk helps you as much as it helped me. If it has, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe. If you love this talk, hey, why not share it with a friend who needs it? Take 5 minutes, if you would please, and give me a 5-star review on your favorite platform. And until next time, may the Lord help you to live that life that you were born to love.